Good afternoon, jazz fans. Welcome to the first installment of Line of the Day. I will be featuring a line, usually by a jazz musician, that has resonated with me in some way. Emotionally, intellectually. We'll learn, analyze, and modify it. Things I recommend you do with lines that you like. It's very possible that you don't like the line that I feature, and that's okay. The purpose of these videos is to give you tips on what to do when you find a line that you like. You may also be introduced to new music or new ways to outline a chord in the process. So today's lick is by Charlie Parker on I'll Walk Alone. Charlie Parker is maybe the most important musician in modern jazz. I say modern jazz even though he died in 1955 because his impact could still be felt today. The lick is from his 1953 appearance at Storyville in Boston. The lick happens at 2 minutes and 12 seconds into the performance. Here it is. Before going to the line, I think it's important to get context of the song. It's an F major and it's AABA. The A sections pretty much just stay in F major. That's the first note we get that's outside of the key, a B natural, because it's over a G7, which is 2 dominant. Usually the 2 is minor, but in this song, the 2 at the end of the A sections is dominant. Second A. But now to the bridge. The bridge goes to 4, which is B flat major. 4 minor. Back to F major. What's next is really interesting. B half diminished, E7, B half diminished, E7. And what those are 2 5s tonicizing 3 minor. We get our turnaround 3, 6, 2, 5. So I wouldn't call that a modulation. It didn't modulate to 3 just because of those 2 5s, but it did tonicize 3. I could do a video on the difference between tonicizing and modulating, but this is just a simple tonicization. It's just prolonged more than a typical tonicization. And this is where the line happens. On that 3 chord, 6, 2, 5. And then the last A is the same as the first 2. So the line happens at the end of the bridge on A minor 7, D7, and here it is. So that's what I'm really interested in. Really great. So it's quite simple at first. That's just an A minor arpeggio, just the triad. So even though A minor 7, he's just doing the triad. Starting from C, so it's C, E, A, C, E, C, A, E. Very simple triad. And when it gets to the D7, it's E flat, which is flat 9. Very nice color on the 6 chord. And then what's really special about this line is that B natural. So it goes. What is that B natural? Well, it's the natural 13, which is unusual to play on the 6 chord because it's not in the key. Usually a 6 chord will have a flat 13. But here he's going natural 13, which is a great sound. So how can we analyze this? Well, we can analyze it like I just did. A minor, and then D, 13, flat 9. That could be the chord. So let's say you were comping for this line, you might play. Right? But what's really interesting is those 2 notes can be analyzed in a different way. E flat and B. And if we call this B C flat, now it could be the 3rd of A flat minor. So So what does that mean? Well, instead of saying 3, 6, now we can analyze it as 3, flat 3 minor, and that's a whole different sound. And that's not what the band does. The band plays 3, 6, but you can just as well analyze Charlie Parker's line as 3, flat 3 minor, because where E flat was the flat 9 of D, it's now the 5 of A flat minor. And where B was the 13 of D, it's now the 3rd of A flat minor. And that's a very common progression actually. 3 minor, flat 3 minor, 2 minor. Very common. So the band could have played. So let's hear what that sounds like with the flat 3 minor instead. It works with both of those chords, either D7 or A flat minor. That's what makes this line so special to me. First of all, it's beautiful, and also it's genius. It can be analyzed in many different ways. Now, the next step, after you've learned the line, I recommend playing it everywhere on the guitar and in many different keys. So let's say I want to do it in C major now. So in C major, it would be... And when you play a line in a different key, it's almost like you're rediscovering the line. It sounds new again somehow. So again, in this key, you'd expect E minor 7, A7, right? A13 flat 9, or you could do E flat minor 7, flat 3 minor. And you might have a preference. You might like that 13 flat 9 color on the 6th chord. I really do. And now let's do it in B flat. And so on and so forth. You can play it in every key. Next, what you can do is you can modify the line and create your own lines with the essence of the original line. So what is the original line? Well, to me, it's an arpeggio and 13 flat 9. As simple as that. Those colors. So it's color. So I'm going to stay in F major, key of the original recording. So for example, instead of going up, then down, maybe I'll start up. I kind of flip the line and it sounds different, but the essence of the line is still there. Maybe it's better, maybe it's worse. Different ways to modify it. Here's another way. That sounds very different. Another thing you can do is you can keep going. You can play the exact same line down a whole step to play over the 2-5, because the line is over 3 and 6 and it's followed by 2-5. So why not just play the exact same line down a whole step? I keep going. You can definitely do that. Now, you might not want to play the exact same line twice in a row. Or it might sound like a study. So you can change it up a little. You can go... Instead of making it a straight triad, you can make it a minor 7. So that's it for the first installment of Line of the Day. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked the line. I'm also open to your suggestions of lines and artists, so please let me know down below and I might make a video on it. Thank you.